Okay, Cannibal, well, you've done brilliantly for me this year, so I'd like to formally offer you an extension. 6.5 over 4 years? Yeah, mate, I think we can do that. All right, excellent. Actually, just one more thing. If I could get you to have a quiet word to Corey Seager. I know we're the Yankees, but he is dreaming if he thinks he's getting $32 million for 8 years. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to episode 8 of American Heroes here at the New York Yankees, where we're going to try and win the World Series using only American players. And today we got a game in the Subway Series against the Mets, so that's going to be a big game. We go off to Citi Field for that one. But the big news since last episode, I've been sort of starting to plan what we want to do ahead of next season. And well, the closer Corey Cannibal, and I know that's not how you say it, but that's how it's just he eats batters. That's that's his name now. We have signed him to a 4-year deal, a 4-year extension, $6.5 million a year. He was a free agent, obviously, at the end of this coming season, so he's got a little bit of a pay raise. What's that? $1.25 million a year. But I think he's more than worth it. If we have a look at his attributes there and his stats for the year, I think he's been relatively reliable. Yes, he's lost 5 games, probably a few blown saves in there as well. But all in all, I'd rather have him than not. And even if we were to find a better closer, he could easily be a setup guy or a stopper or something like that. So definitely worth it. 29, so it'll take him 4 years. It'll take him to 33, 34. At which point, if we haven't already binned him off to another team, we'll just let him leave on free agency, I would imagine. So that is that. Now, unfortunately, injuries have started to strike. Now, the worrying one is Garrett Cole. This has just happened in his last start. We don't know what it is yet. And it is potentially one of these injuries that, well, it could potentially be a career end. It depends, obviously, how bad it is. But very, very nervously awaiting diagnosis on this one. He's on $36 million for the next 7 years. So if it is a serious one, we could be stuck with a Rue situation or a, name your pitcher that I've signed that's just ended up clogging up the budget. But yeah, we could have another one of those. And I was wondering, we haven't killed a starting pitcher yet this series, which if you've watched my other series, we always do. There's always one starting pitcher that we just destroy their career, and it could well be Garrett Cole on this occasion. Now, the other injury we've had that is quite serious is Drew Rasmussen. Now, it's a massive shame because he has been superb this season. Look at that ERA, 1.65, whip under 1. And I had long-term plans for him, whether it be bullpen or not, but torn labrum in the shoulder, season over for him, and you just worry a little bit exactly how he's going to come back from that. But yeah, that is what it is. And Bellick has been injured as well. He's been reliable for us out of the bullpen, so it's a shame. He's not obviously irreplaceable. He's got a rotator cuff strain. Now, I've hurt my rotator cuff and it's incredibly painful. So yeah, hopefully he comes back fit for that as well. But since last episode on the field, we have done okay. I'll catch you up on the changes we've made to the lineup when we get to the sort of everybody's stats. But yeah, we've done pretty well on the field. We've won 16 of our 24 games. If we just quickly go back, we left off, of course, getting swept by the White Sox. We then went and played the Red Sox, and we swept them at home. No, it was a 2-game series, and we won them both. Now, in game 2 here, the Red Sox got 5 runs in the 9th to take it to extra innings, so that was annoying. We did manage to not completely blow it, but the big news here is that you can see there in the 5th innings, Stanton with yet another grand slam. He does it off camera, just not on camera. 6 RBIs for him in this one. We just need to get him to start performing when everybody's watching. Then we went and played the Twins. We had a 4-game series against them, which we split. Some interleague play in Atlanta, we split that as well. Then we went off to Oakland. We won 3 of 4 against the A's, so that's obviously good. And then we had a really good series in LA. We swept the series, and we had here in the 6th innings a Corey Seager grand slam. And that was very, very nice to see indeed. A grand slam for him, and that was just his 4 RBIs. Blue is back as well. Alonso, he's doing quite well. Now, if you're wondering, Corey Seager's contract is up. He's a free agent at the end of the year. He wanted $32 million. and I just don't think I'm going to pay him that. We went then and played the Orioles, and we still can't beat Baltimore. We lost the series against them. The Jays came to town. We lost 2 in extra innings, and then we won 2. So that's one of those that could have been a very, very good series for us indeed. And then this series against the Mets, interleague play at the Mets, we've won 1, lost 1. So the money tie comes up here for us today. And then we've got a series in Baltimore, which will almost certainly get swept in because for whatever reason, we can't beat the Orioles. In terms of the division, that good run of form that we've been on has seen us break a little bit clear of the Rays. The Red Sox look to have been dropped, and well, Baltimore and the Blue Jays, they're pretty much playing for next season at this point. You can see DJ is right up there in batting averages. Stanton's right up there in home runs, and if we go down, it's behind my head a little bit, which is the problem with the American League, really. Kluber is third in ERAs. He is top of wins. Snell is second or joint top in strikeouts. Kluber is top of pitching WAR, and the Cannibal is 1 game off being top of saves, joint second there with my boy Liam Hendricks. No, we can't. It's not American. Obviously. All right, pitching stats. This is how we are looking. Now, the changes that we've made, you'll notice that, or you may notice that we are actually a pitcher down. I've taken someone out of the bullpen and replaced and got an extra outfield player in. Now, the change that we've made is that Elledge has come in. He came in for the injured Rasmussen. Now, he did start the season with us and was poor. He went back to AAA, did okay, and since he's come back, he's got his ERA down from about 7 to just under 4. So he is looking as though that, you know, he's had to think about things and is looking good coming back. Now, the other change that we had to do is we had to take somebody else out, and Bander's come in. Oh, it's for the injured pitcher, Bellick. He's come out, and Bander has sort of left but come back since then. And we've moved Nick Nelson out of middle relief into long relief. And I think his future long-term is probably as a starter, maybe even as soon as next year. But we'll sort of, again, we'll deal with that for next season. So that's the pitching stats. Everybody's waiting with bated breath on this Garrett Cole injury. In terms of the hitters, we do have an extra man that is in this in the lineup now, and that is this man. I just wanted somebody, just a bit of a defensive cover in there. So that's what's happened. He's come in, not the best bat, only batting 182 from his 22 appearances, or at-bats, I should say, but he's here more for his defensive side of his game. Otherwise, though, most people are doing well. The reason I wanted that extra bat in there is just because with the designated hitter, there's not as many pitching changes, and it just gives us an extra option off the bench as well if we want it in game. So that's why we've done that. It gives us a bit of cover infield, because to make what we didn't have is with the designated hitter being either Alonso or Voit, the other one playing first base, we didn't have anybody to cover the infield if there was an injury, so this just allows that to happen. And then we've got an extra man in the outfield as well. So that's everybody's numbers there. Now, that's everything caught up on, I believe. So let's go and have a look at the lineups for this game against the Mets. And this is it. The DJ leads us off at second base. Nico Hoerner at third base bats second. Aaron Hicks comes in for this one in center field. He bats third. My boy Blue, Pete Alonso, faces his former team. He is batting fourth and playing first. Aaron Judge in right field bats 5. Stanton in left field bats 6. Our shortstop for this one is Alamas. I think that's how you pronounce that. He bats 7 and is at shortstop. It is the catcher for this one, Kyle H. He bats 8, and it's Jordan Montgomery on the mound for us. Now, he's in form, as you can see. Not had the best season, perhaps, but at only 28, he's somebody that hopefully, and he has been getting better year on year, so hopefully we'll continue to see that progression from him. We're up against Marcus Stroman, or Stroman's probably how you pronounce that. Look at this ERA, though. A smidgen under 3, a whip of 123, ERA plus of 140, a WAR of 2.1. So he's having a good year. Let's hope we can end that season for him. All right, then, here we go at Citi Field. It is the DJ to lead us off. He has, he's approaching a milestone in his career. He has 98 home runs. So with a good day at the plate today, he could hit a big milestone of the 100 home runs. But of course, that's not really his game. What he's here to do is just get himself on base and let the bigger bats behind him get him in. But he strikes out on 3 pitches to start us off. Nico Hoerner batting 286 comes up now. A 1-2 pitch on him, and Nico Hoerner pops it up. And that should be 2 away. And it's going to bring in Aaron Hicks to bat now. Someone I don't think we're going to have around next season. A 1-1 pitch on him, and he has Pop that a long way up. It's coming down with snowflakes on it, but it is caught out there in center field, and that'll end the top of the first. Let's see what Montgomery can do with ball in hand. He's going to face Brendan Nimmo for them, batting .226. Of course, christened Treadmill in our time at the Mets because he always walks, walking machine, and he pops it up, and that is one away. Excellent start for Montgomery. In comes J.D. Davis, batting .272, a 1-2 pitch, and Montgomery sits him down on the 3 strikes. In comes Dominic Smith, batting .273. And let's see what Montgomery can do with him. It's going to be a first pitch swing, and it's going to be a ground out to the DJ, and that'll end the top of it'll end the first. And we'll go to the top of the second with my boy Blue against his former team in his former stadium, batting .255 this year, a full count, and he watches strike 3. All right, Judge, batting .259, another full count. Aaron Judge strikes out. Brings in Stanton, batting .232. We know he doesn't particularly like playing on YouTube, and he hits it up the middle, but that'll be out at first, and that'll end the top of the second. We're not troubling him too much here, are we? Montgomery will face Lindor now, batting .315 this season. Of course, the big signing, wasn't he, for the Mets this season? He's got a ground ball to third base there, and Horner can't make the play, and there is a first base runner of the game. Michael Conforto now, batting .216, comes in, a 1-1 pitch. He gets it into right field. Can we keep Lindor at second? We can. But 2 on, no one out for Jeff McNeil, who's batting .338. A 2-2 pitch. He grounds it to third. Is that a double? There's one. No, just one. With 1 away, we have runners at the corners, and James McCann at the plate, who's batting .249 this year, an 0-2. He strikes out. That's huge. That's 2 away. That gets rid of the sac fly as an option for scoring. It's Guamore coming into bat. All these old names. And Louis Guamore, that should be out, and that will end the innings, and we do keep them scoreless. All right, it is Ali Mas coming into bat. As I said at the start of the episode, batting .182. Not the best. And he grounds out the first, and that'll be 1 away. Kyle H., the catcher, will come in now, batting .236 this season. It's not our strongest batting lineup, is it? With Tauchman missing, he's needs a rest. Obviously, Nap, I still haven't figured out how you say that, is a little bit stronger. Montgomery at the plate, he's 0 for 2 this season, and that is going to be 0 for 3 now, as we're getting retired in order and not looking particularly good. Stroman to the plate now. Can we get things underway in style against the pitcher? We can. 1 away. And back to the top we go with Brendan Nimmo, who's 0 for 1 today, a 1-2 pitch. And that is straight to Aaron Judge for 2 away. And J.D. Davis, who's 0 for 1, comes in to face Jordan Montgomery, a 2-2 pitch. That is through the infield into left field. Stanton has it. Runner will stay at first with a 2-out single. And it brings Dominic Smith up, who's 0 for 1. Another 2-2 pitch. This time it ends in a strikeout, and that'll do it for the third, and it's still tied at 0. In comes the DJ, 0 for 1. A 1-0 pitch, and DJ LeMahieu pops it up. And that will be 1 away. Brings Nico Horner up. Now, for the longest time, Nico Horner hadn't hit a home run for the Yankees. Since last episode, he's got 4. You wouldn't know it by seeing that, but he's found his power. Aaron Hicks comes in. He's 0 for 1. A 2-2 pitch. He strikes out, and that ends the top of the fourth, and we still have not had a base runner. Lindor comes in now. He's 1 for 1. A 1-1 pitch, and he grounds that to third. That should be easy for Horner. It is, and that is 1 away. Michael Conforto comes up. He's 1 for 1. Got a hit into right field last time, if I remember correctly. This time, he watches strike 3 and goes and takes a seat to think about things. Jeff McNeil, who's 0 for 1. 2 out, no one on. A 1-2 pitch. Come on, Montgomery. He sits him down as well, and that ends the fourth. Still tied at 0, and it is Petey Alonso to the plate. 0 for 1 today. A 3-1 pitch. And Alonso is our first base runner. And that is, well, not the best man to have on base. He's not the quickest, but Judge up to bat. He's 0 for 1. Can Judge plant one into the fans? Well, straight up, I think he's going to down an aircraft with that pop-up. But anyway, that is 1 away. And it's Stanton who's 0 for 1. 99 hits this season for Stanton. That stays the case as he strikes out. And can Steven Alamas who is 0 for 1 today, keep this innings going for us. A 1-1 pitch. Alamas, he can. He gets it into center field. Alonso will stay at second, I'm assuming. He does. 2 on, 2 out for the catcher, Kyle H, who is 0 for 1 today. An 0-1 pitch. And Kyle H, has he got all of it? Has he got enough of it? It's deep. It's deep enough. And it's a 3-run home run for Kyle H. And it gives us a 3-run lead, 375 feet. And that just kept going, didn't it? A wonderful, wonderful piece of hitting. It is 3-0 on 2 hits. And Jordan Montgomery comes in, 0 for 1 today. Let's see what he can do to keep this going for us. Montgomery, the pitcher, gets a single up the middle. And this 2-out rally continues with J.D. LeMahieu, who is 0 for 2, a 2-2 pitch. And the DJ grounds it. No, he gets past the shortstop. Is that an error? No, it's an infield hit. So the 2-out rally continues again for Nico Horner, who's 0 for 2. A first pitch swing. Nico Horner, that should do it. And that will end the innings, but not before 3 Yankees cross the plate. And it is James McCann coming up to bat. He's 0 for 1 today. A 1-2 pitch, and McCann strikes out. Tell you what, Montgomery so far, what a performance from him. It's Louis Guamore coming up to bat now. He's 0 for 1 today. An 0-1 pitch as well. He grounds it to third. Horner has it over to first. 2 away. And it is Kevin Pillar coming into pinch hit, batting .245 this season. A 1-2 pitch. And the designated, no, it's not a pinch hitter, sits down on strikes. That is the end of the innings. And it is Richard Rodriguez coming into pitch for them now. ERA this season of 3.57. And it's Aaron Hicks at the plate, who is 0 for 2. An 0-1 pitch. Hicks! Aaron Hicks, he sends it deep, and it is out of here. It is a home run for Aaron Hicks. It is his 250th RBI for the Yankees, and that is absolutely massive. 399 feet. And my boy Blue comes up to bat again, 0 for 1. Walked, of course, last time up. Full count here. He walks again. And let's see if we can drive him in. Aaron Judge, who's 0 for 2. An 0-2 pitch. Judge has a sort of half swing and then regrets everything as he walks back. Stanton, who's 0 for 2, comes up. Another 1-2 pitch. Stanton rips it into left field. Now, anybody else, I'd say they're a chance of scoring from first, but Blue's no chance. And, oh, is he going to... No chance. That's stupid. Absolutely stupid as he's thrown out the plate. And Stanton has himself a double. 100 hits now this season for him as Alamas comes in. 1 for 2 today. Alamas grounds at the third. And that will end the innings. But we do add a run thanks to Hicks. And it is Montgomery to face Nimmo, who's 0 for 2. A 2-1 pitch. Up the middle. And that is going to be a leadoff single for Treadmill. Alright, Montgomery to face J.D. Davis now, who's 1 for 2. A 2-2 pitch. Davis watches strike 3. That's 2 away. No, it's not. It's 1 away. I'm ahead of myself. Dominic Smith, who's 0 for 2. A 1-2 pitch. Now it's 2 away as Dominic Smith strikes out. A 10th strikeout for Montgomery. Lindor to the plate, who's 1 for 2. 3-0 pitch. Runner at first. 2 out. Is he going to walk him? He is. 2 on, 2 out now. And it brings Conforto to the plate, who is 1 for 2. It's a 1-0 pitch. Come on, Montgomery. Oh, dear. It is 4-3. And that's what Conforto can do, isn't it? And just like that, we've got a game again. Montgomery, so good. And all of a sudden, we're back in a game, and Jeff McNeil comes up, who's 0 for 2. A first pitch swing. McNeil slaps it into left field. That's going to be a 2-out double. Hopefully nothing more than that, as Stanton gets it in. And we need to end this innings now, because pitching slot bats next inning. So ideally, Montgomery will end this innings. And he won't. And we're now 5-4 down. And just like that, this game has taken one hell of a turn, and we are losing a game that was kind of starting to look comfortable. And Montgomery has just gone too long, hasn't he? Cody Reed comes in, and we should have made that change in hindsight a little bit earlier. But you could definitely see with pitching slot up next what we were thinking. Reed ends the innings with a strikeout, but 2 home runs for the Mets, and we find ourselves behind. And it's Kyle H, who hit a 3-run home run last time up. A 2-2 pitch. And Kyle H strikes out. That's 1 away. Mike Tauchman comes in the pinch hit, batting .286 this season. Can he get himself on base? It's a 3-1 pitch. He walks. And with the top of the order up, we have a runner at first. Addison Reed comes on the pitch for the Mets. ERA of 3.80 this season. What can the DJ do? He's 0 for 3 today. He doesn't go 0 for 4, does he? Surely. Oh, he just about does, I think. He does. And that is 2 away for Corey Seager, who's coming in to pinch hit. Who's he coming in for? Oh, for Nico. Nico Horn, a full count. Corey Seager. That's not how you earn yourself $32 million a year, mate. He grounds out to end the innings, and we stretch in a little bit of trouble. It is Anthony Banda coming onto the mound. ERA of 4.71 this year. He's not been particularly good without necessarily being bad. Cespedes at the plate. He grounds out to first. Banda was always someone that we just kind of traded for as more of a this year guy. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit of a transition. Having just had to get rid of all our foreigners or non-Americans, I should say, and just kind of get what we could for them. Next season, what we can do is, I mean, assuming we don't win the World Series this year, but I really, as I said before, I don't think that's going to happen. What we can do then is we can look to sort of trade away some Americans for others. David Peterson is coming on to pitch for them. He was a star for us at the Mets back in Out of the Park 20. He was really, really good, though we had him more as a starter, didn't we? A 2-2 pitch. And Aaron Hicks, has he sent it again? Not quite. Oh, and it's a really good catch out there by Conforto in right field as my boy Blue comes in. He does love a left-handed pitcher. He's 0 for 1 today with 2 walks, but he strikes out there. And Aaron Judge will bat at 0 for 3. Is this going to end the innings? Aaron Judge grounds it out to shortstop, and we have 3 outs left to try and save this game. Banda will continue to Smith, who's 0 for 3. A 1-2 pitch, and there is a strikeout for Banda. It is Lindor up now, 1 for 2 today. A 3-1 pitch, and that is a man on with 1 away. Michael Conforto, 2 for 3 today with that home run as well, of course, in the 6th. And he's tried to repeat it. Second base goes back, and the DJ makes the play, and that will be 2 out with McNeil to the plate. Can Banda finish off a really good outing for himself? He can. And that should end the 8th. And we go and have a bat in the 9th, and we need at least 1 run. It's going to be Stanton to lead us off. He's going to face Edwin Diaz. Diaz, either brilliant or horrible, isn't he? Let's hope he's horrible today. It's a full count on Stanton. Can he get himself on base? No, he watches strike 3. And it's Andrew Nape coming in to pinch hit. He's batting .229 this year, a 1-2 pitch. He strikes out, and it comes down to Kyle H., the catcher. Already with 1 home run today. We need another one now. We're down to our final strike. And the Mets have beaten us 5-4. Well, I've got to say, bittersweet that one as the Mets fan. It's always good to see the Mets beat the Yankees, but not so much on this particular occasion. And Montgomery, I don't know what to say. He was brilliant until he wasn't. And this is probably why he has an ERA of over 4 rather than an ERA of sort of down towards 3. It's probably things just like that. But yeah, it's so disappointing. We look at the league standings. The Rays pull another game closer to us, and well, we're 17 games away from clinching a spot in the playoffs, and we should get there. As I've said before, I think we are good enough to get there. I don't think we're good enough to do much once we get there. So I think what we'll do is we'll come back whenever it is we have a chance to clinch the playoff spot. If it's coming down to sort of this series against the Rays, then we'll do that. Yeah, we might come back when we have a chance to clinch, and I suspect it might come down to that final series against the Rays. But whenever it is we have a chance, that's when we'll come back. So if you've enjoyed that, guys, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you next time as we hopefully make the playoffs. Take care.